Episcopal. Pis, pis, pit, Pospical. Someone have to help me out with that one. So we're trying this KindMaster thing out with my finger in front of the lens. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna mess my face up here a little bit.
Make me look kind of silly.
It's pretty small. Community development and planning.
It's closed.
Employment opportunities.
How are you?
Parks and Recreation, hiring rate at $8.46 an hour. My brother used to do that job out here. Public library job. Public utilities. IT. Down there.
No, we're actually just going to the building. Just looking around. How much is upstairs? How many offices?
Two, and the city managers, or the commission room, city manager, and then our communications.
Where's the property appraiser at? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't have one here.
Here's a fun fact. When I was a kid, if I missed the bus, I would have to walk around this lake, or halfway at least, in order to get to school.
City hall.
So I was just recently in the museum in Bartow, the Polk County Museum, and just realized that that Auburndale and Winter Haven were incorporated the same year.
Oh.
Do you? I was just about to ask her a question, so pointless. Well, okay. Since you didn't know about that, I'm not going to ask you any
I'm
questions.
looking at our little centennial. It looks like May. I'm not sure.
No, I was just wondering if like there was any kind of joint anything that had to do with Winter Haven and Auburndale, being as they were in the.
Jeff can come down and speak with you.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Hey, Jeff.
Just some
Come down and speak.
history on it. I don't know if maybe they were like incorporated together or
Thank you.
Like
Bye-bye.
a sister city kind of thing?
yeah.
Jeff will be the one to definitely help you with that.
Thank you very much.
He's on his way.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
How can we help you guys today?
Just asking some questions. I was talking about how I was in the Polk County Museum like last week or whatever, and noticed that Auburndale and Winter Haven were incorporated the same year.
Yes.
Is it like a sister city thing, or?
I mean, they're right next door, share boundaries with them, got a great relationship with the city. I mean, them, Lake Alfred, Polk City, Lakeland, we touch all of them.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, we work real well with all of them, nothing necessarily, I don't know that history lines up other than we're both railroad communities, like Lake Alfred and Lakeland, we're all railroad
Gotcha.
communities. That's kind of how we were founded. This building wasn't built until 1927, and I mean, it served a number of different things. It actually started out as like this was the municipal building, so everything municipally related was in here. This was actually our fire department, and the bunk where the city manager's office now is actually like the bunk was the bunkhouse originally.
Okay.
And where the elevator's at was where their, I guess, pole
Fire
slide
pole.
down was in that shaft.
Oh, they should have left it.
Well, and then you get ADA and you get an elevator and all that. But it's for the most part, they just did a lot of work on it last year to where it being 90 plus years old, we had to go in and started to get a lot of like water intrusion through the mortars. And so we got a historical grant from the state of Florida to go in and on each brick around the whole building, they cut out all the old mortar and tried to match up color-wise. They did like an analysis of the mortar and the sand that was used in it and the like, and then redid every brick, remortared and grouted it. So
That's cool.
hopefully they'll keep it here for another 100 years. We've got another. We got
Saw
some.
the historical marker over there.
Yeah, so it's on the National Register of Historic Places. There's a marker here for that. You can kind of see a little bit of the founding there. Some of the when it was erected, the architect, based on an Italian Renaissance architecture.
You said your name was Jeff?
Yes.
Jeff, what do you do here?
I'm the assistant city manager.
Assistant City Manager. Is there any way that you have a bound version of your CAFRA that we can document and inspect?
Yeah. I can't find
It's
my copy.
it's no
of-
biggie,
okay,
man.
no problem.
I just figured I'd ask since you came down to talk to us.
Yeah, no problem.
Usually it's where we go as the finance department for that stuff.
Okay, yeah, so they'll have one.
Yeah. I grabbed one of your cards on the way out too,
Sure.
so if we have any other questions, we'll ring you.
Absolutely, let us know, man.
Thanks for your information and
You're
help.
very welcome.
Appreciate it.
Nice to meet y'all. Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to get one, I can walk over to the finance department and introduce you to Mrs. Shirley.
Where's that at?
It's right next door.
Oh.
Anything else I can show you? Just questions about the building?
No, I just really had the one question about, whether, I mean, I know that you guys probably all work together as far as municipalities go, but if there was like anything behind Auburndale, Winter Haven being incorporated on the same year or anything, that was it.
No, I mean, there may have been something. I'm not real familiar with it,
Right.
but there may have been some history.
I just found out the whole reasoning behind why they call it Imperial Polk County, which had to do with roadways way back in the days and stuff like that, but I'd always wondered why they call it that, Imperial Polk County.
Well, I take you to our history museum. We're actually working on some things there about how we were founded on the railroad.
Oh,
we were originally named Sanitaria, and then there was a dispute between property owners as far as where to locate the railroad station. And so the town actually moved from kind of closer over to Old Lake Alfred Road down to where it's at right now in
Right.
downtown park. So, and then we were incorporated later after that as Auburndale.
So you have a little history museum here too?
We do. It's,
Okay.
it's over at the Parks and Rec building. We're working. It's a kind of a work in progress. So
Okay.
I'm actually hoping to open it back up next week. We kind of redid some of the displays and the like.
Yeah, I was telling, because I, grew up a little bit in Auburndale too, but that there used to be a basketball court and stuff all over there, and how much it's changed down here.
Yeah, it's got a butterfly garden there now. We actually moved. We built a community center over by Hardee's, and so right across the street, kind of behind the cemetery. we've got a
The
big
Tracy
indoor-
McGrady, big Tracy McGrady.
No, that's at the high school.
Or no, I'm thinking. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. I thought that was dedicated to him too, but maybe I haven't been out here in a while, so.
Yeah, no, he's from Auburndale and went off for his senior year of high school before he got drafted, and he still comes back to the community. He's been a great ambassador and kind of done things the right way, but he comes back all the time, and we'll meet with the kids down there at the community center and have he does like basketball tournaments and just.
Still giving
events
back.
with the kids just to come back. Doesn't have to do any of that.
Right.
And just he does a great job.
That's good. He actually coached a basketball team when I was playing youth basketball.
Okay.
And broke my ankle that night. But yeah. Well, Jeff, thanks for your help, man. We're gonna go cruise around, see what else we can see.
Yeah, as far as historic buildings, we've got a few. You can see the green historic marker there in front of City Hall. Kind of gives some history of this building, but there are other historic buildings. There's kind of like a history trail. The corner building, they call it the Triangle Building. There'll be a big green marker there. You just keep walking kind of around the park. There's the old Baynard House.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the first residences. Mr. Baynard had built that house, so it's a
Okay.
historic house as well on the National Register of Historic Places, as well as some of these other buildings. So yeah, take a look downtown. There's quite a few history markers and the like, if that's what you're interested in.
Yeah. Thanks
Our
again.
downtown's burned down twice, so that's part of the history to where.
Yeah, thanks very much, man.
Our downtown was rebuilt. It's like the third downtown we've had. So.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, I've been back and forth, so I guess I hadn't. I know. It looks great now.
Yeah,
and I can definitely see changes.
It was rebuilt in like the 1915 was the last fire, but it was like over a couple of years they would rebuild it and it'd burn again because they were, I guess, originally built everything out of wood frame, and then that burned down, and they built brick and it burned down, but then
Wow.
you could just, I think it was right around the time of like electricity and the like, and it's not as up to code as it is these days. So
Right.
guys, we appreciate you. Let me know if we have any other questions and the like.
Yeah, thank you so
I'd
much.
help y'all with anything. Yep.
Yeah.
Enjoy downtown Auburndale.
Appreciate it,
Thanks,
man.
sir.
How did you get up here?
Restrooms here, stairs down to your right.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Elevator here if you want.
All right. We're gonna resist you right now. We'll go out the ADA compliant way. Hey guys, that's City Hall in Auburndale.